Cindy. It's me, Natalie. Today is Thursday, March the 13th, 2025. And I'm here today to deliver you a message from your beloved Chihuahua, Bailey, who passed away recently, rather suddenly, unexpectedly, and you're seeking answers. You already watched one of my messages on TikTok where I shared an angel message from a human. I just have to tell you right up front, I'm so excited to deliver this message to you today from Bailey. I kind of shared with you in the past few days or so, you and I going back and forth, that I truly do believe that Bailey, as an angel dog in heaven, was looking for a source here in life to deliver what you need to hear from your dog, who is no longer by your side or in your bed with you or your travel companion, and yet is an angel in heaven and is not suffering and is knowing, as he was knowing all along, as all dogs are, that he would only be in your life for as long as God said so. This message is going to be, I don't like the word jumbled up. It's going to be kind of here and there and everywhere. What I love most about connecting to animals, Cindy, is that, well, think about me connecting to angels. Angels don't really have words like we do in life, speaking words, me right now. Angels present in charades, metaphor. They use a lot of symbols, spirit animals, music. Any way that an angel from heaven, whether it's human or animal, can deliver something to let us know here in life that they really are okay, that they really do love us, and that they really do miss us. With animals, I love it because I'm used to talking to angels. I have a hard time talking to people, Cindy. I'm used to talking to angels. Therefore, I'm used to talking to animals because animals don't have words. They don't need words. They learn words from life, their life, whatever they learn from us. Most of these messages, as you saw in my video that you watched on TikTok, last anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. I have a really big feeling that this is going to be a very long message, probably longer than 30 minutes, because Bailey does have a lot to share with you, Cindy. A lot. Bailey knows how heavy in grief you are. You know I live on a small hobby farm, so I always like to let people know up front to pay attention to the sounds of my flock as I continue and go through delivering this message to you today. I picked this up at a truck stop years ago. My sheep broke her foot the other day, but this was for my daughter, for her Chihuahua that looks like Peach. And as a matter of fact, when I just came out here a few moments ago to prepare to do this video for you, Cindy, this little dog had fallen off my table. I forgot I even had it out here. Listen to my flock right now. This is beautiful to go along with the message from Bailey because it explains how animals are. Animals live solely, S-O-L-E-L-Y, as well as solely, S-O-U-L-Y, by energy, not words. Bailey is present with me right now, and this is what you hear from my flock right now. I continue to share with people that there's no way for me to even know. I don't know if my animals know that an angel is present with me right now, or if it's more so that my animals are so in tune with me as the Good Shepherd and my soul that they feel an unknowing presence of something really beautiful within my soul. This is for Bailey. Cindy, thank you for reaching out to me. I also told you that I believed, as soon as you commented on one of my videos with Peach, our little Chihuahua, who looks like a twin to Bailey. And you asked how Peach was. I had to respond to you that we had to say goodbye to Peach on November the 11th, 11/11, 2024. The similarities between Peach, my dog, and Bailey were that they both were Chihuahuas. They both had congestive heart failure. Would you listen to this? I'm truly touched right now. Bailey misses you as much as you miss him, and yet you have to understand that because Bailey is an angel in heaven, Bailey no longer has the emotions that we have that come from our mind here in life. So Bailey is not sad. Of course, Bailey misses you. He loved his life with you. And yet Bailey is a dog of God. God, spelled backwards, is dog. Dogs are most special of all animals. I find this so beautiful right now. I am so touched and moved. Bailey, I'm going to explain as I go along, okay? I hope you can hear me. Whenever I feel connected to a soul, there's really no stopping it. The first message you sent me asking how my dog Peach was, I immediately connected with Bailey. I found myself going to your profile. I don't normally do that. Boom, boom, boom. I saw these pictures of Bailey and I thought, oh my God, I even shared them with my daughter because Peach was really my daughter's dog. I don't go around sequestering people in life to give angel messages. I do not charge money. I have a gift, and there's no monetary value to be placed on my gift of connecting to angels. I'm going to give you my little spiel right now while they're all loud, okay? Cindy, whatever doesn't make sense in this message that I'm about to dive into and give to you, know that usually within 1 to 3 days, everything will fall into place and begin to make sense for you. I don't set it up this way, and yet it's been a beautiful journey for me throughout my life to engage with such persons in life that I deliver messages to, and along my own ways discover and learn that this is the way heaven works. Heaven doesn't want to just have an angel come and give a message and, thank you very much. Heaven's purpose for allowing angels to give such messages to life is because heaven wants us here in life to live a curious life, to seek, as I say, the breadcrumbs, the trinkets and treasures along our own, yes, fairy tale adventure ways. I do you hear them quieting down now? Bailey knows that I'm getting ready to get into this message. My energy is shifting and altering right now, and so my flock's energy is also beginning to come back down, so to speak. Bailey. I'm not going in any order here. None of these video messages from angels, Cindy, are scripted. I do come with notes because, as I just explained to you, I've been connecting to Bailey from day one. Even before you asked me yesterday if I could reach out to Bailey, Bailey's just been there in my mind, in my soul, like, hey. And for whatever reasons, you chose to click on that angel message of mine yesterday. That was Bailey. Do you see where I'm going with this, Cindy? Your dog Bailey from heaven has led you to a source in life who can deliver peace to you right now. I am grateful and I am honored that your beloved Chihuahua, Bailey, chose me. I am filled with emotion, and yet as soon as I hit the record button and I know I'm assisted by such angels, angels do, including Bailey, Bailey's an angel, put my mind kind of on a little bookshelf in the back so that my soul can be completely accessed and utilized to deliver such messages. Any emotion that you see from me from this point forward for the rest of this message will be emotion that Bailey is having me feel, not my own emotion. Bailey is here. And beyond, I don't mean Bailey's this dog. I can't believe that though, that I came out here and this dog was on the ground. I was Bailey with a broken foot. The biggest part of Bailey's message for you, Cindy. So I've been connecting with Bailey and I am connecting with Bailey. So this message, when I say will be a little bit jumbled up, what I mean is I will be referring to notes that I come with because that's what I have to do. If I don't jot down the little things that really touch me before I come to give a message, well, I might forget them, you know? Bailey's biggest part of the message for you is to please forgive yourself. And yet, there is nothing to forgive yourself of. Bailey knows that in life we blame, shame, and judge our own selves worse than anybody else ever can. Your grief instantly upon Bailey's death began to grow and grow and grow within you, creating all of this just wonder, question, doubt that you could have done more. While it is me, I, Natalie, here right now to tell you that it was not your fault, it is really Bailey who is coming through me to let you know it wasn't anybody's fault. And it was something that even the doctors, it's not that they missed it, they couldn't have known it. Bailey has me feel the puffy face that you explained, you know, in the last few days, and you took him to the vet and things happened. Bailey has me feel this was something congenital, genetic, he was born with. It was underlying. It wasn't a presenting condition like congestive heart failure was. This was something that was undetected throughout his life. You couldn't have known. The doctors couldn't have known. Only heaven knew. Bailey didn't even know. But I will tell you this, Bailey did know. The final, I want to say 3 to 5 days, 3 to 5 days of his last days here in this life, Bailey knew that he was preparing a grand voyage back to heaven. When I say back to heaven, I do fully believe, and Bailey validates that for me. Validation, nobody can validate what angels say. I'm saying your dog validates for me that Bailey knew from day one when he entered your life that he wasn't going to be here for long. Most animals do know that, Cindy. Most animals don't know when they're going to die. They just know that when God calls them, you know, they can't be like, oh man, I'm not ready, you know. It is what it is in the animal kingdom. So Bailey is an angel dog in heaven. And once we become an angel again, human or animal, we don't have our body with us. We don't have our brain, our mind. We have our soul. The difference between our mind and body emotion and our soul emotion is night and day. Two totally separate entities within our life being that we are born with to express such emotion. Because Bailey only has a soul, it's not only, that is the greatest part of our being is our soul. Because Bailey is living with all soul, Cindy, Bailey does not have the same emotions that you are having right now. Bailey is not crying in heaven. Bailey is not in a corner curled up and afraid or just missing you terribly or anything like that. Yes, Bailey does miss you. Bailey misses the life he shared with you. Bailey misses the love of your soul, of your body, of your words. I hope this makes sense as I'm trying to explain this, okay? This is the biggest part of the message. It's nobody's fault. The pictures that you shared with me, Cindy, via email yesterday, when I looked at them and you said these were Bailey's final pictures, I myself, I've grown up with animals. I live on a small farm. I'm surrounded by death at any given time. Even before I lived on a farm, I had a lot of dogs, cats, lizards, you name it, birds, you know. I could see in those pictures that you sent, I could see the change in Bailey's eyes. Whenever I'm connecting with angels, Cindy, it is the eyes that are most important to me. The eyes. I like to zoom in and focus on the eyes because, to me, that is direct access to our soul, whether we're here in life or in heaven. My God, we're 16 minutes into this video and I'm nowhere near done. But I'm telling you, this is Bailey, and Bailey's like, my mom needs this. My mom needs this. So we don't place time on this, okay, Cindy? I won't apologize for how long this video ends up being when it's done, because I'm not here to apologize for delivering messages from angels. I'm here to deliver. And Bailey had me know all morning until this time. I don't even know what time it is right now. It's like 12 o'clock p.m., 1 o'clock p.m., I think. Bailey's had me know all morning. Bailey was with me. I had a doctor's appointment. I had like an hour-and-a-half drive each way to this doctor appointment. Bailey was with me. Your dog was with me. And filling and fueling my soul, my mind, my body with a charades, metaphor, journey and adventure, words, sounds, songs, visions that were all coming through. It was the most beautiful journey for me today, and I was not looking forward to going to this doctor's appointment, so I was happy to have the company of your beloved dog with me. Congenital, underlying, born with genetic condition that Bailey had, separate, not a part of the heart. Not anything to do with congestive heart failure. Nothing to do with the medications at all. Although, it could have been that the combination of medications found their way into that little link. Let me explain to you really quick. A few years ago, Cindy, we had a Chihuahua mix dog. His name was Louie, and he was like this dog used to go to, he'd run away all the time, and he'd go to people's houses, and his name was Louie. And every house he'd go to, these people would call us because his number was on the tag, and they'd be like, your dog Louie's here. He was knocking at our door. And we're like, oh man, that's Louie, you know? They'd be like, no, you don't understand. I just lost my son. His name was Louie. Or my daughter just lost her dog. His name was Louie. Or my husband's been gone for years. His name was Louie. It was amazing. This dog, Louie, of ours. How can you explain that? He was a vagabond, a traveler, a world traveler, this dog. What happened with Louie, we moved to our first farm. It was a rent-a-farm in Florida. He always slept with me, and he was a healthy dog. He wasn't even old. He was like 9 years old, 7 years old. And in the middle of the night, I was awakened when I heard him yelp, just a single yelp. At that point, I turned over and looked at him, and I could tell he was paralyzed. And I was like, whoa, what just happened here, you know? 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm rushing him to an emergency vet. He's dying in my lap as I'm driving to this vet. And as I get to the vet and I run in with him, they're like, he's dying. What do you want us to do? And I'm like, save him. And they were like, you know, they're like, well, we're going to try to stabilize him, but we can't help him. We think this is something neurological. I'm like, neurological? What do you mean? This is my little chihuahua. What could have happened to this dog, you know? It all happened so fast with Louie. And right there, they came right back out and said, we can't even stabilize him. Miss York, he's dying. What do you want us to do? I said, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? They're like, if we save him, what we're telling you is we don't know what's wrong with him, but almost certainly he's not going to be saved and come back with any quality of life. I said, bring me to him, bring me to him. They brought me back to him. He's laying on this table. He's all out of it, you know. They said, let's go ahead and take him off the oxygen and he'll pass on his own in a few moments. I'm like, I didn't even have time to make decisions. I was surrounded by all these vet techs and people, and I'm going, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I was like hysterical. Nobody told me what to do. Nobody would tell me what to do. And that is when I said, God, please help me. I don't know what to do for my dog. I said, take the oxygen off. I held Louie. I couldn't stand to see him suffering, and I believed he was suffering at that point, gasping for air, and I begged at that point for them to actually give Louie euthanasia, the injections to end his life. I don't know what happened to Louie. And even this message for you today from your dog Bailey, you still will go through the rest of your life not knowing what really happened to Bailey. What Bailey wants you to know is that it's not about what happened. It is what it is. It happened. And it had nothing to do with you. God needed Bailey. Bailey's soul. God knew that Bailey's soul purpose in life with you had been fulfilled. I'm not here to tell you I don't know your life. I know nothing about your life. And yet I've had a lot of dogs in my own life. And Bailey's here with me, like I said, assisting me in delivering this to you. Bailey wanted me to utilize the story of my dog Louie to help you further understand. It was time. And you couldn't have known, and you weren't meant to know. Other than all of that, Bailey had me feel that even aside from the congestive heart failure, Bailey was in exceptional health as a little Chihuahua. He had me feel that he was not your classic, stereotypical small dog, big bite. He wasn't a yappy Chihuahua, and he wasn't one that would attack you when you tried to come up and pet him. He was very, very loving. He wasn't quite your pocket puppy, and yet he was your little baby. He was your all. You could just scoop him up and take him anywhere, and he was your love. He was your support. He was your comfort. He was everything. He says you took such good care of him. You fed him well. He even showed me carrots. As he showed me carrots, he also showed me carrot cake, and I was like, okay, Bailey, which one is it, carrots or carrot cake? And he's like, both. Bailey also showed me, I'm going to start crossing off these notes because this message is so long, but I won't apologize. Bailey also showed me a vision. Remember that some of these visions don't necessarily mean they are memories or actual moments from his life with you. They are rather metaphorical as a means to deliver to you what Bailey wants you to know from this message. Bailey showed me a vision of a classic child school, maybe like atmosphere playground, okay? And you know, on the playgrounds when they have the little, I don't know what they're called. It's not a merry-go-round, but it's, it has bars all over it, and it's a circle, and you spin the people on it and you hang on. I don't know what they're called. But anyway, that was the vision that Bailey gave me. And it was him, and you were the one pushing him around on this merry-go-round. He said this is the way you made him feel in life. You made him feel adventurous. You made him feel excited. You made his soul always be right up here with the level of love and fun. Fun. You weren't just, from what he has me feel, you were not just an owner who was like, yes, this is my puppy. He's so cute, isn't he? You were fun. You sang to Bailey all the time. As a matter of fact, Bailey had me feel that you play some sort of a musical instrument. In fact, on my car ride home this morning, a song by RYX, R-Y-X, called Sweat came on. This happens to be one of my favorite songs, and I'm very emotional when I hear that song. And yet, when this song came on in my car this morning, Bailey was like, boom. And what Bailey came boom with me was with the violins. Bailey had me feel that you play the violin, and if you don't play the violin, you like music that has violins in it, or you like the orchestra or something that revolves around music, okay? He even had me see you playing a piano too. So I feel like you're a multi-talented soul in this life, Cindy. This is what your dog, Bailey, has me feel. Bailey also showed me, he showed me two rainbows, little rainbows, and the rainbows were on actual shoes, okay? Like, here's my boots right here. Oh, that was dirty. And there was like rainbows on the sides of them. I remember as a child, I had some sneakers that had rainbows on them. And when I was going into my mind at that point, Bailey was like, yes, you're on the right track. What do you mean, Bailey? That's what I said. He's like, it's shoes, it's shoes. Something about your shoes that Bailey wants to bring up in this message to you today. He also showed me, I don't know if you use it, if you have it, if it's something hanging, if it's decor or whatever else, but he showed me that you have a keychain that has a heart on it. I don't know if it's just a heart or if it's a keychain that happens to have something else with a heart on it, but he focused in on the heart keychain. These are Bailey's ways of letting you know, Cindy, that this message today for you is real. That I'm not just somebody sitting here behind my barn as the good shepherd concocting imaginary stories to share with a complete stranger in this life. This is not who I am. Angels know that we in life need to have something specific. And this is what all of these messages that I continue and will continue to deliver to you right now. Bailey also showed me a cupcake and there was only one candle in it. Boom, as soon as I saw that, I knew what Bailey was trying to tell me at that point, and that was that, well, Bailey just died recently. So Bailey is new in heaven. So Bailey is wanting you to know, because there's no time in heaven, but we have time in life, the one candle represents his new life, a new beginning, like being reborn again, rebirthed. Remember, Bailey did not have a choice in this matter. Bailey couldn't have held on. His love could not have kept him alive, nor could your love keep him alive. This is what I refer to as heaven's blueprints. We all have them, and none of us can know them, even animals. At one point today in the car also, this was not even on my music, and I was just driving along, and all of a sudden I was like, what am I hearing this Scottish music for? Scottish music? I was like, I don't even know Scottish music, you know? I was like, okay, well, we're in the month of March, and that's St. Patrick's Day, and isn't that kind of Scottish and stuff? I don't know. Cindy, you know, these are the ways that I dive into whenever I'm receiving such messages, because it is, a lot of it is deciphering. It's not guessing, and I definitely don't perceive. So all these visions and metaphors and whatever else that I'm sharing with you, it's not that I'm claiming to be correct in what they all are. What I'm saying is, when this message is done, give yourself 1 to 3 days for it to all soak in. Watch this video a couple of times. Take notes of everything that I'm saying right now. This will further your awareness, and within the next 1 to 3 days, things will begin to make sense to you. If they don't make sense to you, remember, I am here to help you make sense of these messages. My job is not complete. It's not a job number one. This is my life. And yet, like the postal man delivering mail, you know, I'm not here to open up your mail, so to speak. I am here to deliver these messages, and yet my job is not complete, Cindy, until I receive from you. I received this message, Natalie. It makes sense, or this doesn't make sense, or whatever else. I am here to assure that your beloved dog, Bailey, is one happy angel for knowing that what he's delivering right now is received and understood. Scottish style music. Bailey also presented to me with numbers. Note that in life we have three entities: mind, body, soul. Heaven has three entities: God, Jesus, angels, spirit. Okay? Numbers in sequence. This is another way that angels like to deliver. There's music, there's, symbols, signs, all of that kind of stuff, this falling off the table. Numbers is very important. And Bailey kept coming up this whole car ride with me this morning with the numbers 222 and 212. I love how when angels find me to be the messenger for them to somebody in their life that they love, it always has something to do with my life as well, somehow, some way. And these are the ways angels are able to find that messenger in life, because there is something that I can relate to. The numbers 222 to me are most special because my father-in-law died February 2nd, 2022. 2222. That was 4 twos. And yet if you take away the middle, it's 222. Know that whenever you see these numbers, Bailey is present with you. Bailey also gave me a vision at one point of the two of you in a convertible, a convertible car, with the top down. And, it was like, I don't know, you kind of looked like in this vision, I knew it was you. In this vision, you had on like a little scarf around your head and the wind is blowing and you had big sunglasses on, and there's Bailey in the front seat. Like a prince, like a king, like a prince, not a king. He was not a king. He was more like a prince, he says. He was just a sweet, loving, loyal dog. Not all dogs are sweet. Not all dogs are loyal with such love. Bailey also showed me a vision of pale pink flowers. The message you saw on TikTok that I delivered from an angel yesterday, they also delivered a vision of pink flowers, okay? But Bailey was specific. He was like pale pink. Okay, Bailey. So as I told this other person yesterday with their message with the pink flower, Google is our best friend. Anything in this message that I'm giving you right now, you can Google. Pale pink flower, spirit meaning. What comes up with the pale pink flower spirit meaning is it is a symbol for grace, gentleness, joy, admiration, and new beginnings. New beginnings. This is not only a new beginning for Bailey in heaven, it is a new beginning for you in life. And it's not a new beginning for you in life without Bailey. It's a new beginning for you, and it's a new beginning for Bailey. You're both now in parallel universes, heaven and earth. Bailey needs you to understand that his love for you is undying and never-ending. Anytime you think of Bailey, anytime you find yourself talking out loud to Bailey, or something, as you think of and remember Bailey, know that those specific moments, Bailey's most definitely with you. And other than that, Bailey lives. His soul is a part of your soul. You said it yourself. He's your soulmate dog. I'm telling you that Bailey agrees with you. He is always with you. And all it takes on your end is a mere M-E-R-E thought. No, I'm telling you, K-N-O-W, no. Any feeling, thought you have for your dog, Bailey, he is with you. Bailey also gave me a vision of him wearing a bow tie. I know that we had a bow tie for our Chihuahua, Louie, as well. I did not see a color of this bow tie. It was just merely a bow tie. It was not black though, I can tell you that. I don't know, it was like maybe blue or red or something, but it was a bow tie. And he was sitting very pretty. He was very much so in tune with you in such ways. He loved to be, I don't know what the word is. He was not a prop, you know, I mean, he's your dog. He's not a prop, but he loved to be utilized as your prop, you know, Billy, he loved it. He loved it. That feeling he had. Oh, he just loves you so much. The carrots, he said, he wants you to plant. He wants you to plant. You don't have to plant it outside. You can find a pot, a little house pot. This is a coffee mug, but a pot inside. He wants you to find a little dogwood tree. He wants you to plant a dogwood. As I was driving home today and I saw the dogwoods are in bloom right now, I was like, whoa. And then Bailey's like, whoa, would you tell Ma? Would you tell my Ma to please plant a dogwood? This will be an ever remembrance of his life for you, as well as watching the life of a tree grow. The end of this message, Cindy, basically, also the biggest part of the message. You know, in life a lot, whenever anybody loses a beloved animal, it's often that people, you know, on the outside will be like, oh, it's okay, you'll be okay, Cindy, you know, you'll get another dog someday soon, you know, or don't worry, another dog will find his way. And, you know, those are kind of things we don't really want to hear, you know, like when we're grieving over the loss, we're like, what are you talking about? I'm not here to replace my dog. I found it most beautiful right before I started this message, 36 minutes ago, that Bailey was like, I need you, Natalie, to tell my mom. It most definitely is not about replacing me. And yet, would you please let her know I will personally pick out a new soul and new life to deliver as a gift to my mother. You don't need to go out to the shelter today. You don't need to go online and find Chihuahua puppies or breeders. As a matter of fact, Bailey has me feel it's not even going to be another Chihuahua. But there will be a new life entering your life. I don't know when. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not a psychic, Cindy. This is what Bailey is having me feel. Have no fear. Mom, new love is near. Cindy, I want to thank you again for reaching out to me. I find it all really quite beautiful. I know this is a horribly sad time for you. I literally have lost the lives of many animals, many dogs. I feel Bailey right now, right here. This is always where I love to feel souls, right? A little circle right here. Warmth, just warmth, like a beating heart. He's most excited and he's ready for me to end this message right now. I knew it was going to be long, didn't I? You see, that's where it comes in again, where when I'm connecting with angels, Cindy, it is all soul, and yet ultimately it does take my mind and my body as well to deliver these messages. So I knew before I started this message, oh God, Bailey, you got a lot to say. But not only did Bailey have a lot to share, Bailey had a lot that he needs you to understand. And the biggest part of that is that this was nobody's fault. I'm not going to sit here and tell you he's resting in peace. He's not resting. He is with peace. He's a dog in heaven. Could you imagine any greater life? He says, yes, I can. With my mom. Drink lots of water. This is a big message. Receiving such messages from angels can dehydrate us, Cindy. It's important for you to stay hydrated so that the messages are clear, as well as you remain healthy enough, you know, to be able to decipher a lot of this message yourself. There was a lot of things brought up in here, so feel free to, like I said, get a notebook out and go ahead and jot down the notes. Otherwise, I can share with you the notes that I wrote down too. I can email them to you at a later point. I'm going to deliver this message to you, and I'm going to take a step back and allow you time to absorb. I will wait for you, Cindy, to come back to me and let me know what you think. Okay? Thank you, Cindy. And thank you for introducing me to a new angel dog as a friend in my soul. God bless Bailey.